Hey guys, Stephen Janes here, and this is my last review for the night before I head to bed. Now, in all fairness, I did show you how I made my Google phone to look like a Windows desktop. And now I am going to show you how to turn it into a Mac desktop or a Mac OS X desktop, whatever you want to call it. Just to be fair, because I know there's a lot of people, a lot of Apple fanboys. I personally can't stand them, but a lot of them are going to say, "How do you do this?" So, just to be fair, like I said. So, first off, what we're going to need to do is add our launcher dock widget, and we're going to make this kind of emulate the dock in Apple computers. So, the way we do that, let's just go ahead and take black text and make the dock itself a little shade of gray, something right around there. Yeah, that looks about right. We're not going to get that gradient effect and that 3D glass effect that the Mac OS X has, but we can get something close to it. We don't need the vibration on since we want to try to emulate the Mac as much as possible. Actually, we can go ahead and turn that on. That'll be the substitute for the little bouncy thing that it does. Okay, so that pretty much is the majority of it. Let's see if I have the icon. Whoops, I don't have an icon. Actually, I think I might. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Vista icons. And yeah, I know it's weird because I'm using Vista, but as you can see, a lot of these are driven off of the Mac software. So let's go ahead and find an interesting one. We can go ahead. We can use that Finder one, but that's not me. I want to use something a little more patriotic in the sense. So looking around, doesn't look like we have anything. Let's go ahead and just use the original Macintosh logo. Alright, so we got that. You can also, if you wanted to, rename this to Mac HD for Mac hard drive. In that case, what you can do is reopen up this icon, and there are plenty of other icons available. There's like an iPhone icon pack that you can get that emulates the iPhone apps look and feel. There's also one called Tenius, Tenius, and that one basically gives everything a Apple look and feel to it, so you guys can try that out. Let's go ahead and do the Apple hard drive just so we have a little more patriotism, like I said. And then at this point, all you need to do is add applications. If you stay tuned for some of my other reviews or showings, I should say, I showed you guys how to add the launcher dock and how to use it, and how to add apps. So if you guys watch that, you can pretty much fill in the blanks here. Like I said, all we need to do at this point are to add apps, and I'm just going to add the first 2 or 3 that I see, just so we can kind of speed this process along. And it'll be very simple once we do that. And then the last thing that we'll need to do is just add a snazzy Mac-like background. And we can actually do that with some of the built-in ones that this G1 phone has, or you can choose a totally different one. That's cool too. So let's go ahead and save the dock. And there we go. Look at that. We have a Mac hard drive. We stick them up in the corner. The text is black, so you can't really see that all too well, but just trust me when I say it's there. And next thing we're going to do, we'll go back to our regular home screen. I didn't want to delete all my icons because I spent some time on these. But we're going to go ahead and open the backgrounds application. And the backgrounds application, if you guys weren't here for some of my other reviews or showings, this basically is a downloadable application that allows you to view various wallpapers. It's very easy to use, very slick, very cool. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. Not too sure what Mac related stuff would fall under. None of these. I can assume that it's none of these. Technology isn't exactly what you think. It's mostly like circuit boards and stuff like that. But we can find some cool ones for space. I think I found a very neat one that looked very similar to what the Mac OS X come with, that little purpley black feel to it. Yeah, that's a cool looking one. We can use that if we don't find anything cooler in the next few minutes. There we go. That's the one I'm talking about. Oh, one of these. Actually, let's go with that one because that looks very similar. So let's go ahead and set wallpaper. Hold on a sec. Wallpaper has been set. Go ahead and get it out of here. And there you go. It looks very similar to a Mac OS desktop. Obviously, it's not the main page, which is where, right here. But like I said, I didn't want to delete all of my widgets and apps and setup just so I can show you guys how to do that. So yeah, that's very pretty much the basis of it. We go ahead and select our hard drive, and if you guys have that little flower effect on your Macs, then it's very similar to what this shows, and there we go. So yeah, the only reason I did that was because I showed everyone the Windows variation. That's what I have here, and I figured there's going to be a couple of people wanting to know how to make it look like a Mac, or if you were curious on how to make it look like a Mac, then your wish has been granted. Okay, so just a very short review. Well, short in my terms, I should say. This is running on 6 minutes. Everything else usually runs about 8 or 9. So I hope this was useful for at least some of you. And until next time, if you guys have any recommendations, requests, please feel free to send that as a personal message on my YouTube channel, or just leave it as a comment. I will answer those to the best of my ability. Like I said, requests, preferences, anything like that, just leave me the name and I will do the best that I can to review that or show it to you guys. Alright,